Hi everyone, this is Shauna Taroso, RAYAC's Executive Officer, and this is my desk. In this monthly video blog, I go over questions that are coming across my desk every single day so that we can have much smoother real estate transactions here in York and Adams counties. Well, the question that I have is very popular right now. So we're recording this in July of 2021, and the real estate market has never been hotter than it is right now, with our highest median home sale prices both in York and Adams counties, and our lowest days on market and the lowest amount of inventory that we've ever had in our two-county community here. So the question that is very popular amongst both realtors and also consumers is this a housing market bubble? And are we going to follow some of the same patterns that happened back in 2007 and 2008 when the housing market crashed? This question is so popular, it's actually the #1 question on Google in terms of real estate. So we're going to try to answer that question for all of you today so that we can put your minds at ease that this is not going to be a repeat of 2007 and 2008. Now, when I go to look for my, best resources over what's happening in the real estate market, there are always two gentlemen who I like to refer to, and it's Dr. Lawrence Yun, who is the chief economist for the National Association of Realtors, and also Brian Buffini, who was one of the top real estate realtors in the country, based out of California, has his own training company now where he trains thousands and thousands of realtors across the country and really has a pulse over what is happening in our overall real estate market. So let's take a little deep dive into what's happening right now in 2021 in comparison to what happened in 2007 and 2008 before the housing market crashed. Well, there are three main things that happened in terms of the housing market crash back in 2007 and 2008 that drove that to occur. So the first is low down payments. So low down payments were the norm back in 2007. In fact, the 9% on average was the down payment that was given for loans purchased in 2007. 2021, they're almost 16%. Also, when you have that higher down payment, it means that you have more equity into your home to begin with, and more equity into your home means a lesser of a risk of going through a foreclosure. Also back in 2007, 45% of the home loans that were occurring had 100% financing, versus today, back in 2020, only 17% of home loans had 100% financing on them. Second cause of the housing market bubble back in 2007, 2008 had to deal with flexible mortgage rates. So there were many of these loan products out there where you might only do an interest-only loan on the property, not paying anything towards the principal. You would have some sort of an adjustable rate mortgage on the property, and a lot of those peculiar mortgage products is what led us into the housing market crash in 2008. So back in 2007, 15% of the loan products out there were some sort of flexible mortgage product. And in 2020, it's only 4% of the loans were flexible mortgage products. So that's good news that there are much more conservative loan products that are in the marketplace right now. The other bit as it relates to the mortgage is lending restrictions. So since the 2007-2008 crash, lending restrictions have become much, much tighter, in that prior to the pandemic, we had a 15-year low in terms of the number of foreclosure filings. So that is a result of a healthy real estate market, but also a result of much stricter lending requirements to ensure that individuals weren't purchasing homes that they could not afford. Third item that was unique to 2007 and 2008 was there was an oversupply of housing out there in our community, which then eventually led to the housing market crash. So to put that in perspective, in April of 2007, there were 4 million homes available nationwide for sale in our country. In April of 2021, there's only 1.4 million homes available for sale. So almost 4 times the amount of homes were available for sale back in 2007 versus today. So we certainly have very different problems today, but we're not going to go down that same path that happened in 2007 and 2008. Now, one of the other things that Dr. Lawrence Yoon points out is that even if we do start to see a deceleration in pricing, what you're going to see is there are a lot of folks who were buyers who could not purchase a home during this time period because they kept on getting bid out by multiple offers, and they simply got tired of getting their heart broken over and over again and decided to sit it out until things cooled off a little bit. So what you're going to see is those individuals who may have made that decision to wait it out, who are going to come back into the marketplace and start purchasing those homes once there is some sort of a deceleration to try to take a second bite of the apple in order to get into some form of home ownership. Now, this is a great chart that was put together by Brian Buffini's group in his mid-year real estate market report. I'm going to put a link in that to this video so that you all can take a look at it and get those facts and figures for yourself and share those with your clients. I would be remiss if I didn't say, if when you're working with clients and talking to them and they are having difficulty making their mortgage payments, you need to guide them in the right direction. So if anybody that you know is having trouble making their mortgage payments, their first step is they should be contacting their service provider of their loan and seeing if they have programs that are available that they might be able to get into to help address their situation and get them back on track with their mortgage payments. Also, in York County, we have 2 agencies who provide housing foreclosure counseling, and that is the Community Progress Council in York, and also the York Housing Opportunity Program provides mortgage counseling services for individuals who are concerned that they might have to go through the foreclosure process. So if any of those individuals aren't able to get the help that they need and the products that they need through their service provider, they should definitely reach out to the Community Progress Council or YHAP and try to reach out to those counseling service providers so that they can guide them in the right direction to help them avoid that mortgage foreclosure on their property. So, I hope that information was helpful to you. I hope you continue to be healthy and we all have a wonderful end of the year here to 2021 in the real estate market. Have a wonderful day.